What's up, guys? Welcome to Truth About Him podcast, number one podcast, Men's Health and Wellness. I'm Anthony.
I'm Barron.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back to another week. Welcome. So we are here. We're back. New spot, new location. So we're here. So I don't know. Actually, before the job over, it was good. How was the week so far?
Week has been interesting so far. Productive week. You know, I like busy, so makes the days go by faster. So I'm just dealing with a lot of juggling a lot of stuff right now. Gotcha. And that looked weird doing that, but still. Yeah, so I like being busy. I like having, kind of like picking and choosing when you can rest and stuff like that. So
tilt your mic here a little bit. So yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep. So so it's just been a productive week. How's your week going?
Week's going pretty good so far. I'm enjoying. Well, we had some cooler days. Now it's getting back up there.
Yeah,
but
the humidity.
Yeah, the humidity's been crazy. I think I'm like down south somewhere, but it's cool. Good week. Same as you. Been busy, just getting, getting my mindset renewed. Pushing forward.
Yep.
And so we're back and we're talking about health. Right. Health as men, health as fathers, health as humans, just health.
Just health in general. Longevity. Trying to make sure that we are here for our legacy,
right?
And enjoying life beyond, in our quote unquote golden years. We want to be there for that, and we want to be able to thrive in those years. So I know we've talked about health, and we've talked about fitness, and we talked about the importance of all of that as it ties into fatherhood, but that's connecting us to a title of who we are. We haven't yet talked about health as it benefits us singular, So that's what we're going to explore. And
I don't think it's ever enough that you can ever talk about health too much.
No,
because I think that's one of the things that I constantly need to be reminded of. Because to be real, in my busy seasons, I kind of put that to the side a little bit. Right, because I make the excuse,
Oh, I was about to say, my favorite. Why?
Yeah, I make the excuse that I'm busy. I'll go tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow, and tomorrow has become 4 months. Right, and I have to look at that and see my priorities. It's funny how the mind works, right? If you look at anybody who's gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, is that every time they get to a certain point in their weight loss journey, they stop and then they gain the weight back. Right. And the question is why? Right.
Question is why.
And it's a mindset and exploring and figuring out why that happens. And it's the same thing with income or anything that you want to get to, right? It's like you think that you deserve only this much,
right? And
when you get there,
you're like, that's it.
But then you go back,
right?
So that reminded me of myself is that I can be in the gym and this has been constant for maybe the past 10 years, right? I will be going consistently, getting stronger, getting better. Mindset is taking off. That 2-year mark hit, I stop. And then I go back. I'm like, man, so it's like I only think I deserve 2 years of good health and wellness, and then I stop and go back.
The funny part is that you said the gym.
Yeah.
And we think that if we go to the gym regularly, that's health. We're healthy.
Right.
And I think that's a false narrative because we got to go see what our sugar level is.
That blood work
get that blood work done. See, because I don't like surprises. Right. I don't want nothing sneaking up on me. So I almost go to the doctor too much. Funny story. I was having real back pains, and so I was like, I haven't been to the doctor in a while. Made a doctor's appointment, and the doctor was like, "Oh, you were just here 4 months ago." And I was like, it hasn't been that long? And he's like, oh, well, it's usually once a year. Yeah. And I was like, well, doc, I don't want no surprises. Right. So twice a year is fine with me, especially as black men. We do too much, and sometimes we spend so much time pleasing, or we put our energy into our home, our house, our spouses, our kids, our families. We put so much energy there, and we don't give ourselves enough energy to go take care of ourselves. When honestly, the family don't care, how much time you actually spend or dedicate to them. They actually want to see you here,
right,
for the longevity of your life, or as long as you can. So, and that was told to me, like, we don't care about X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
We just, if you're not here, we don't want none of this.
Yeah.
So that was an eye opener. So yeah, it's just, we have to make sure that being healthy is more than eating right. It's more than going to the gym. It's got to go check that. Got to go see that doctor. Got to go get that blood work, because
they all got to coexist, right? Like, you really have. I mean, all of that has to be a part of your routine.
Has to be a part of your routine. Yeah. Yep. It's in my calendar. I pick, like, right before my birthday is when I go see the doctor for, like, full overhaul. I call it over. I want everything checked out, everything done. I don't want no surprises.
Yeah.
And then anything that happens in between their time, either it's, summer or whatever, go get checked out, go again. Because I look at it like this. If you're paying for a service and you never use it, then whose fault is that?
It's ours, yours.
Exactly. So, if you want to just throw money away, or if you want to just, waste time and stuff like that, you got to think. I think about it like that. You got to make sure that you are, especially in this day and age where the dollar doesn't go as far as it goes. You got to think of different avenues, and that's a motivator for me to go see the doctors, because it's a service that I'm paying for. It's a service that I, no surprises. So if I don't take advantage of those services, then if something sneaks up on me, that's nothing but my fault.
Let me ask you this, just to kind of play devil's advocate here.
I love
it.
Let's get it.
So, me, I'm all about, us, our concepts, we're all about the mind, the mindset, and how the mind can create issues, can fix issues. How your mindset is set on how you think will determine your quality of life. Right?
Absolutely.
And not saying that you think this way, but again, just some pushback. So you're paying for a service, and if you don't use it, it's your fault. So you go to the doctor, right? Because you don't want any surprises.
Right.
Do you think that sometimes that concern for what if something happens can create things in your body that happens, and that maybe, and I can see both, but it's a question, right? Is that, what do you think of that concept? It's like, maybe I'm going too much. It's like, and like, some people are hypochondriacs, right? They oh, my nail broke, or what, my knee is itching, so I need to go to the doctor.
I need to go get it checked out.
I need to go checked out. So do you think at some point people by doing that, going because they pay for it, can create their own illnesses?
It depends on the person. We just said it's all about a mindset.
Right.
So if you're like, oh, my knee itches, I need to go see the doctor, are you really, or have you iced it?
Yeah.
Have you done the necessary things?
Or just scratch it.
Or just scratch that motherfucker. but no, like perfect. Here's a perfect story. Example. My knee was swollen 2 weeks ago. I just got the swelling out.
Okay.
I didn't go to the doctor.
Okay.
I iced it. I elevated. I have had multiple. I've had multiple injuries, and I know how to, self-care. Right. I know how to ice and elevate. I know how to, take care of my body. But it's those things that you don't see. It's those
don't feel.
It's those things that you don't feel. Yeah. It's maybe heart issues that you don't even know you have. And then you go do something, extraordinary that you don't normally do. Yeah. And the next thing you know, you have a heart attack because maybe your heart, wasn't strong enough for that. So it's more so of just, I would say for me, it's about longevity. Yeah. It's not about, oh, I got a headache, I need to go to the doctor. Yeah. Oh, my knee is swollen, I need to go to the doctor. No, because that's wasted time. If you can take care of it yourself, take care of it yourself. So it's all about moderation. And too much of anything is bad for you. And I don't care what it is. Yeah. So as long as you are A, honest with yourself, B, responsible in your actions, and knowing that, okay, I don't need to go to the doctor every 3 months. Once a year is pretty good. If I choose to go twice a year, I don't think that's a bad thing. But
no, it's not a bad thing at all.
Especially the older we get. The older we get, like I don't eat the same way I used to eat. You know, I don't. You know, so it's a lot of things that you cut out because you want to be here for the long haul. You want to be here. I want to be like you, be able to pick up my grandkids and throw them up in the air or go to their games and stuff like that whenever that happens. But no rush.
Yeah, no rush.
No rush at all.
Yeah.
But I want to be that. I don't want to have my grandkids come visiting me in the hospital or visiting me in a chair or stuff like that. I don't want that. So
I still better like hoop with them, play ball.
yeah,
with
you know,
them,
even
football,
if it's just dribbling around with them, because you know, Grandpa can't get up the way he got. You know, can't do what he do. But
my mom went to I think it was last Saturday. She went to the Jeffrey Osborne concert.
oh, okay.
Out in Temecula, and he's
Tell your moms I said hi, by the way, too.
I sure will. He's 77, 78 years old.
He's in good shape too.
Yeah, she said he was running up and down the aisles, hopping on the stage at 78 years old, and he runs 2 miles a day, even now, right? And I believe that you have to. I mean, and that motivates me to do more because at my age, at 50, I'm like, you know what? I need to do more. I need to do more now than I did at 48, 47, 46, 45, right? Because I feel I was more active then, right? And even now more so is because we have to, because we live in America and we have more of a tendency, opportunity to make poor food choices, right, because of all the mess that's out there and the ease of it,
right,
easy
access of it, yep.
And because I look at these other countries who don't have the quality of food that we have, they have a better quality of food and a better healthcare system, which is interesting for me, right? A buddy of mine he was born, raised, bred in the good old US of A, right? And he got overweight, big dude. He left for Africa for 4 months, came back about your size, 2 shades lighter in his complexion.
Wow.
Right? Did you work out? Nah, it was just the food. I mean, their food is just better. So with that being said, because we live in America, the U.S., we have to make better choices and be more conscious of what we do because we got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, we got diabetes, we got all of that, and it's all based on lifestyle. And it's amazing, not amazing, it's sad how a lot of guys that I grew up with didn't make the 50.
Right.
And it was because of their health, right? And nothing else but health. It's like it was heart failure, diabetes, and just things just like taking you out. Even now, I've been, and this is a whole different podcast, but I've been off social media for a while, right? And doing that, I've had so much clarity, right? Because in a sense, you can look at it as a distraction, right? But distracting us from what's going on, right? So again, different podcast. But I got back on recently.
Like next episode,
right? I got back on recently, and I've been thinking about health and wealth and all that, and this girl keeps popping up on my page. She juices, right? And I used to juice a while back. So she's showing you juices for good heart health, for cholesterol, for diabetes, but she juices. So my thing is like, you know what? I think I need to get back into juicing, right? Because it cleanses the body, right? And you have to. I heard that every maybe I may be wrong. Once a month, you have to like do a cleanse and like cleanse all that stuff out because of what you're eating, what you're breathing. So
I do it once a year.
Once a year, okay. Lemon so cleanse, maybe once a month it's too much. But these are things that I'm constantly thinking about. It's like, okay, you know what? I need to do better here. And even though I eat fairly well, but I know I can always do better.
Right.
Implement more juices. Right now in my life transition, it's harder to get better foods, and that's an excuse. I know, but for me, I'm like, it's harder, so I'm gonna just do this. But I know that.
Why is it harder?
Because I'm telling myself that it's actually not harder,
right?
But it's just me making an excuse for you know what, I'm gonna go in and grab me a burger, right? So it's just an excuse. So technically, it's not harder. I mean, anything that you want is important, you make time for or a priority for.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I may say it's harder, but we both know that that's BS.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we, like you said, we live in America, and outside of America, they don't sell Skittles. They don't sell Starburst.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. They cut out certain gums because it's just that plastic that's in there. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
But we got it, and we consume a lot of it.
Right.
So we have to be smarter. We have to be more intentional on what we put in our bodies. I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm going to get another body this lifetime. I think this is it. This is all I'm going to get.
Yeah.
You only get one body.
Yeah.
So you got to you got to take care of your body because you only get one. So it's just like, I think you used this analogy one time, a long time ago. If you only have one car for the rest of your life, are you gonna go get a tune-up?
Yeah.
What? When the wheels fall off, you're gonna check the tires. You're gonna make sure that car is gonna run you for the rest of your life. So you're not gonna just run it ragged. You're gonna make sure that you maintain it.
Yeah.
So if we do the same thing with our cars, go get them washed.
Yeah.
We go get them. We pay for the wash subscription, the car wash subscriptions. Oil change, tune-up. We stay on top of that.
Yeah.
And then if we don't, guess what? There's a warning sign that says it's time for an oil change.
Right.
It's time to get your brakes checked.
Yeah.
And you can ignore them, and then you're gonna be on the freeway one time trying to make a stop, and you can't stop.
All the way.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that's just a car.
Right.
So we gotta, we depend on our cars to get us from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But we depend on us to get us through
life,
everything.
Yeah.
Right. So we're with us 100% all the time.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself, right? You only got one. You only get one life. You only get one shot at it. So for some reason, for some of those that maybe have had like life-altering health issues, and now they're super health fanatics because they saw death. They saw it. They were this close to it. I don't want to be that close to where like, oh, man, I got to go do this. I got to do that. I got to alter my lifestyle completely. I don't want that. So we have to, what I like to call is preventative maintenance. Mm-hmm. We got to make sure that we take care of ourselves for the long haul. And a little bit every time is great. We don't have to do compound effect. The book's right there. Yeah. Just do small steps every day. Like you mentioned burgers. Like I want a burger now. Yeah. But I'm just gonna make me a turkey burger tonight.
Do it with moderation.
Yeah. I'll just make me a turkey burger tonight.
And that car story is what I stole from Warren Buffett, right? So he said that he was talking to a group of students, and he said the question was, what if you guys had one car for the rest of your life? You couldn't get no more cars, right? What'd you do? You would take care of it. You would wash it. You would get tune-ups. You would get oil changes, all that. Well, that's your body. You get one body for the rest of your life, right? So take care of it.
That's the best analogy I think that anybody could put out there.
Yeah, it's the best one because I mean it's true. It's like we only have this one time, and a lot of times us as humans we walk around with a immortality mentality, right? Is that I'm cool, we're not going to die. Well,
can't happen to me.
It's not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
We have that mentality.
I go to the gym twice a week.
Which is both positive and negative, right? Because if you look at someone who's 80 years old and they're in good health, our brains are wired not to really think about, okay, I may be dead in the next 20 years, right? They're out there living and having fun and and not thinking about death. But on the flip side, if you're living recklessly, right. As far as health wise, eating what you want, doing what you want, drinking, shooting up, all that, then that's different, right? So
absolutely.
there's I'll say a good and bad dichotomy for that, right?
That's definitely part of the the equation. That's just, you can't get the sum of an equation without the parts to figure out what it is. So health. We always say health is wealth. Well, are we talking monetary wealth or not? I think we're talking the older you get, the wiser you should be making your decisions because you've experienced life.
Correct.
So you want to see 80. You want to see a 78-year-old man running 2 miles. If a 78-year-old man can run 2 miles a day, I can hop on the elliptical, I can hop on the bike and get at least 1 or 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you have to use these things as motivators to say, okay, well, he's doing it. I definitely can do it. I'm younger. I can do it. I can just start. You have to start somewhere. And I think people want the end product before they go through the
I do.
you
can't, now.
You can't want, and I think that's the problem with this society is we see the results. That's what I want,
right?
Without saying they don't know the struggles that man maybe had, health issues he may have had, and he may have had circulation issues where he couldn't run, and now his circulation issues are fine, and he's like, damn it, that's never happened to me. That's never happening to me again. So I'm going to make sure that I'm running. Yeah. I'm going to stay active. So we don't know what his story is. All we see is he's running 70. He's 78 years old and he's running miles.
And also, like, I think 2 weeks prior to that, maybe a little longer, his wife passed away.
Wow, I didn't know that.
40 years. I mean, his wife, he's been with her for his whole career.
Yes.
So she just passed away recently, and he's out there still going.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but at 77, 78, I mean, I want to be able to run, 2 miles. At 50, I want to be able to run 2 miles.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because, like, I used to, and I'm just thinking how we let things get in the way of time. We let things get in the way of our progression, our growth, and our ability to be healthy, right? We let things get in the way, and we make excuses about it, saying that, you know what, the worst thing that you can say out of your mouth, I think it should be considered a profanity. I have time.
I thought you were going to say, I can't. I hate that.
Both. Or, you know what? I got time.
Yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow. How do you know that tomorrow is going to be here?
Right.
How do you know that you're going to make it to the, I mean, even the Bible says you don't know the time or date. You don't know.
No.
So I had this realization, how you say it? Realization. Maybe a week or so ago, I'm sitting there, and I just got done with the conversation that was difficult, right? It was negative. It was treating my energy. It was so. You know what? I'm thinking like, wow, this could be my last day, right? So I need to live every day to the fullest, right? Every single day. And I really had, and I mentioned this on the mantle, is that I had to change my language because my language was talking about lack and death. We talked about probably on a prior podcast, like, right now I'm 50. So my language was, I have more days behind me than ahead of me, God willing, or if it gives me more.
Right.
So I need to be positive, do great things, and like stop keeping activity away from me, right? So I'm like, you know what, Anthony, that's not good language because you're speaking life and death. I have more days behind me than ahead of me. I mean, that's okay. I'm like, damn.
You're looking back. Right.
And I'm saying that I'm not going to live another 50 years.
Right.
So if I'm saying I have more days behind me than ahead of me, that means I'm saying, I'm
dying soon.
I'm dying soon, right? I'm like, oh, no.
Right.
So I had to change that to you know what, I have more positive days in front of me than negative behind me, right? All the negativity is behind me. I have more positive days in front of me. So changing that language and knowing like what's important because you never know. So it's like you live every day to the fullest, and that includes making sure that this tempo you have is performing at a high level because when you want to sit down, you said, oh, only old people make noise when they sit down. like, all right, okay.
I made some sounds, and I was and I didn't even realize I was doing them. There's just like I get up, every time I sit down, every time I get up, it's like, oh, and it was Sean. Sean was like, you all right? You all right there, old man? I'm like, I'm good. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you just, you sounded like it was a struggle to get up. I'm like, nah, I didn't realize I had made a sound. I didn't even realize I had done it.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah. So immediately what happened, I got competitive.
Right.
I immediately got competitive. So I told him, I was like, come on, let's knock out some push-ups and crunches real quick. Let's just knock them out real quick because I want to make sure I'm stretched. I want to make the sound. He did it, but did he do more than me? Nah. So I like being competitive. I like having that fire in me that's like, oh, you think I'm old? Okay, let's knock out some. Let's do this real quick. And yeah, if he did 8, I wanted to do 9. If he did 9, I wanted to do 10. So it's the competitive nature. It keeps the fire. I'm afraid that if that fire goes, I don't think I'll be as competitive. So, which is why Mondays are so important to me.
Yeah. Speaking of Mondays, did you go this past Monday?
I didn't go this last Monday. My knee was swollen.
Kevin he's like, come hoop, man. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. You should have came whoa. Should have came play basketball 2 weeks ago. Come play basketball, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
It's just the cardio. Even if you don't touch the ball, it's the cardio.
It's cardio, yeah.
It's the cardio. So it's I always say I don't want to be a heavy casket.
I told you why I was kind of done playing. And have you seen that Charles Barkley meme where
Chuck's my favorite player of all time?
He was like, yeah, all them boys down there banging around each other.
Pounding
around down there.
He didn't know what he was talking about.
He
didn't know he was talking about. He know he's talking about just basketball.
Right. But like that's my thing. And actually, when you say that, it's probably good because I'm getting so much work because I play down low, right? So I'm getting so much work. So, and I had to, again, a revelation. I'm talking to my kids about life stuff, right? And they're saying, Dad, this is a lot. This is hard. I'm like, yeah, in life sometimes you got to do hard shit.
You got to do hard shit.
You do.
Yep.
But I'm like, you know what? I have to not just speak it, but I also got to do it myself. So I got to show them, be the example that, okay, you're doing hard shit. So now, you know what? Me too. So being on the court, and it's an example, not committing to coming back. So don't think as a commitment. All right?
I hear this, right?
Not committing to come back. But if I do, then being down low and exerting more energy is something that I need. Right. And it's me living doing the hard thing more and more every single day. So you also have to look at your checkups and verify and confirm because they're doctors and they're human, right? They're human. So
that's why it's called practice.
It's called they practice medicine.
Medicine.
Example is that, and I don't think I told you this, but I'm telling you now. So a while back, maybe 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with kidney disease, right? Stage 3 kidney disease, right? So I'm diagnosed, and I'm looking up, I'm researching it, and I'm like, I don't have any symptoms. Like, how can I have this? I don't have any symptoms. And like, yeah, you got it. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So I'm doing my thing right now. No medication. Just monitor it. Watch you eat. Drink water. Cool. I'm doing that. But we want to bring you in for ultrasound just to check your blood flow in the vessels. Cool. Take it in. Go in. The vessels look good. Everything looks well. But you still have stage 3 kidney disease. I'm like, okay, cool. You're the doctor.
Right.
You're the professional. Right. So, going through my life, year 2, I go back, and he says, okay, you went from stage 3 to stage 2. And I'm like, okay, well, all my research is saying that this thing can't be reversed. Right. I mean, it can be reversed. Okay, cool. You're a doctor. You know what? This is why I pay the insurance. You went to medical school. I didn't. Right. So And he's just looking at paperwork. Say year 3, year 4, year 5. I'm still, I'm having zero symptoms, right? Because they say that with that, your pee is a certain color, your ankles are swollen. I mean, there's so many. You're super tired. I'm like, I'm tired because I'm old, right? So that's about it, right? So like no symptoms, and I meet somebody, and I'm like, well, this is what the doctor said, and they're like, well, how they diagnose you? Well, I went to my general practitioner, and he said, you know what, your blood work is a little off in your kidneys. I want you to go see a nephrologist. Go there. First thing he said was, okay, you have this. And she's like, hold up. They can't diagnose you that quick. Just based on, it takes like,
it's a process.
It's a process, right?
Right.
I'm like, okay, they're a doctor. I'm not.
Right.
So, it's coming up on my, so what maybe you just had an acute kidney injury because that can be repaired. Years prior to that, I had surgery, and I was pounding ibuprofen, and the ibuprofen is like a bomb to your kidneys. I was boom, it's going. So coming up, they're like, maybe we should go back and get tested. Cool. So I go back to my doctor, explain to him what's going on. Okay, we're going to test you again, and we'll see what happens. So the test came back, and everything was normal. But this is the thing. When I first got diagnosed with that, I was going to I was going for new life insurance. So they saw that I had that in my medical record. So they denied me my life insurance.
Wow.
Right?
That's
so I'm
crazy.
like, so luckily I found a guy that said, you know what, just have someone come out and test you. Do blood work. They did that, and I passed. So I'm like, something's off here, right? So my point is that you have to, even though you go to doctors, even though you follow their advice, you have to also make sure that you research and confirm and verify what they're saying, because a lot of people, they get sick or die after a diagnosis.
Right. That mind tells them a story.
A story, right? And I'll tell you this. When he told me that, I'm like, damn, my kidney hurt.
Right. That's the first time you thought
I feel my kidney. It's back there.
Right.
Right?
Probably,
right?
My kidney hurt. My kidney hurt.
So you have to verify and confirm, because you never ever know. But I'm still careful. Right, I'm still careful because now that's in my mind. But I'm like, man, it's because nothing else has been said. So now what I have to do is I go back to my kidney doctor and say, hey, you know what? My test came back normal.
Right.
I need you to change my medical profile, my medical chart, my medical record, and get rid of that, because that's going to hurt me.
Right.
If that's there.
Yep. And we just said it. We only get one body. So if you're going to listen to the first person that tells you something negative about your body, no, you should research. You should verify. You should confirm, and that's with anything.
Yeah.
That's with anything. I don't trust. It's not that. What's the best way to put this? I got trust issues. I don't trust anything anybody tells me. I got to see it and research it for myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah,
So how do you operate in faith then?
Huh?
So how do you operate in faith?
I put my faith in one person and one person only.
Okay, so with him,
yeah,
you don't have to. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I put my faith in. Man is fallible,
right?
Right. And I'm a man, and I'm fallible, and everybody's fallible on this planet except one, and so that's the person I choose to trust. Now, with that being said, is he also puts people in place as professionals, as if that's their calling,
right?
So if someone says, if it's like, I trust my doctor, but if he says something, and I don't necessarily vibe with what that says, I will go see another doctor. I'll go get verified, because I want to make sure, before I dive all the way into this, because now if it's something bad, and it may, they say, okay, well, you only got, whatever, stage 4, stage 5, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to go I need a second opinion.
Right,
I need a third opinion. I need a fourth opinion. And validate that, because now if 4 people say it, 4 professionals say it,
Right.
okay, now what's the best way to attack this?
Right.
Now let's figure out how can I attack this to get the best quality of life that I possibly can.
Right.
That's my mindset. And we said it. It's all about a mindset. It's all about how you attack difficult shit, and how you attack difficult shit and how you attack life in general is gonna dictate how you attack difficult shit. If you got $2 in your pocket and you're like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just, it's one thing after the other. It's just, now you're just feeding into the negativity. Now it's just like, okay, but how do you fix that? How do you change that narrative? That's the question. Those are the questions that you have to ask yourself. So same thing with health. If some bad shit comes up, I need to know what's the how do we combat this?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really challenging to change your mindset, because even though you've been through things, you've done things, because you ask a question on, how, and even me, is that even today I still deal with limiting beliefs, right? Even though I've accomplished much, I've done much, and going back and doing some of the things that I've done, it sometimes feels like it can't be done, even though I've already done it. Right, because it's those limiting beliefs that we have based on our experiences, right? And a lot of people, even health wise, they don't believe that they can get healthy because maybe their parents weren't healthy, or their parents didn't lose weight, or whatever, right? This is just, I'm just big boned, right? So
I've never seen a fat skeleton.
Right. So it's really getting rid of those limiting beliefs, and
I like to say excuses.
Yeah, but kind of the same thing. They mean they're excuses, but there's something up here that's preventing you from moving to that next step. It's something up here that's causing you to do whatever thing that's negatively affecting your body, right? It's something up here. So it's like if we deal with the mindset issue, right, we deal with the other issues. I was watching a video, and this, I think it was a transgender. I don't know if it's male or female.
Okay.
Right? And they were asking the question about, I want to transition from, I think it was a male to a female. Doesn't matter. I don't know.
Okay.
But the question was, when's a good time for me to start taking the medication? Right. When is that? And the person speaking was like, you know what? Be careful on anything you put into your body. First of all, don't just throw crap into your body,
right?
Because you never know what side effects you may have, right? I think the bigger issue is to figure out where your mindset is, and then go from there. So first, go talk to someone about making sure that your mindset is ready for that transition. Right. And I think that's with anybody, is that we often believe and think or want to do things on our own. I don't know if it's because we think we know it all. I don't know, because of shame, whatever. Right. But us as human beings, we're built and we're born and we're created to connect, to share. Right. And most people have been through some sort of hurt in their life, some sort, right?
Yep.
So the goal is like, you know what? I've been through this hurt. I healed from this hurt. Now I have to go out there and help you with your hurt.
Absolutely.
Right. So whatever it is, right now it's about health. Right. I have a friend who was massively obese, overweight. Right. I think he topped, if I'm lying, forgive me, top 500 pounds at like 5'9".
Ooh,
right?
It's not healthy.
Most of his adult life did that. Lost weight, gain. For the past 3 years, he's been at like 220, maybe, crushing it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And now he's in a position to know what it takes to get to that level, to get to that weight, because he done it now, because he went out there and talked to people. He went there and got mentors. He changed his mindset. Change your mindset, you change everything.
Change everything.
Right? And now he knows that, you know what, people out there need me, because I felt it. I helped from it. Now I can go help you with yours. So I think it's important for us as humans to always seek help in anything, because seeking help changes the mindset.
Absolutely.
Right. Seeking help helps, it gives us encouragement to as we keep going. We're moving to a place now in this world where we're going to more isolation, and that's going to be dangerous. But the mindset has to change in order for you to reach any goal that you set forth, and even including going to a doctor as a man. We need to see people like you that are going to their doctor and getting checkups. You know what? If he's doing it, I should do it. In fact, if you're talking about it, now give everybody permission to actually go out there and do it.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's a mindset. And my mindset is I don't want nothing to sneak up on me.
Right.
Because I don't like surprises.
Right.
That's my mindset.
Right.
So if that's my mindset with most of the things in my life, it has to be my mindset for me and my temple. So it all starts with, it starts at the top. It starts up here first. And one thing that keeps us from doing that, like you said, your friend was off and on with his weight loss. He'd go up and down. And that's because he probably was trying to do it on his own.
Exactly.
And he didn't have, and one of the things as men that keeps us isolated is our ego.
Yeah.
Our ego keeps us isolated because I don't want you to know how vulnerable I am. And that's why I hate using the word vulnerable when I'm talking to guys, because we look at it as a sign of weakness. We look at it as a sign of, I don't want anybody to, if I'm vulnerable, I don't want it to be weaponized. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be used against me. I don't want to be told, oh, you're just acting like this, man up. Or you need, so we're not vulnerable. So, but if we're present in the moment in how we feel and what we're going through, that can kind of ease the struggle with our ego, because our ego is rooted in survival. Okay. You think about, you've never been 50 before. You're 50 now, but you've been 53 years. You've never been 50 before. Yeah. So when you look at it, when you come into that platform and that stage of life, that frequency of life, you're like, I got more days behind me. You have to change your mindset. Right. So that had to happen because of, you're like, no, I got good days ahead of me. Yeah. I mean, I got some good days. Yeah. I got a lot more ahead of me, and I'm going to maximize those days because I'm wiser now. Right. Maybe I wasn't maximizing those days.
Maybe
49 years ago.
Maybe I was not. Yeah.
So it's about a mindset. It's about not allowing your ego to keep you from flourishing. My mentor used this great analogy, and I want to get it right. He says your ego is the caterpillar, and the caterpillar naturally wants to climb the tree and cocoon itself to become a butterfly. But the ego tells the caterpillar, don't do that. We don't know what's on that ledge. Right. The ego is rooted in survival. It knows everything good and bad about being a caterpillar. Yeah. It don't know shit about a butterfly. Yeah. So why would you go do something you don't, that's the unknown. Right. So ego breeds fear, and fear breeds stagnation, so you can't grow. Yeah. But if you as a butterfly, you're going to gain a new ego. Yeah. You're going to gain a new ego when you hit 50. Your ego is different at 50 than it is at 47, 48. Yeah. So, and it's not ego is not a bad thing at all. Our egos, I think we should all have one. Yeah. But we should not let it keep us from growing. Yeah. We should not let it keep us from, we're talking about health, becoming healthy. Yeah. Because, I've never been to the doctor before, or I only go when something hurts, or I only go when, no, we're in America. We eat too crazy. There's too many options. We don't know what, I found out when I went to the doctor a long time ago, that I got a small, about the size of a penny, maybe smaller than that, but I got a hole in my heart. Small size hole in my heart. I would have never known that.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, I used to take aspirin, and
As a kid?
well, you know, aspirin or stuff like that. Not as like a 8-year-old child, but like as a preteen,
Right.
as a kid. I'm grown now.
The word now is young adult.
Young adult. Okay,
Yes.
so as a young adult, I would take aspirin for pain, minor athlete and stuff like that, and I had swelling. I didn't know where the swelling would come from, so mom took me to the doctor, gave me they gave me an allergy test, and they found that I'm allergic to aspirin. I'm allergic to aspirin, ibuprofen. They call it a triad or some shit like that. And so now I don't take aspirin. Didn't know this either. I don't know if you knew this. Alka-Seltzer has at least double the amount of aspirin in it.
Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I took an Alka-Seltzer because I wanted to, a cold and flu. I was sick at work and I was trying to stay. Yeah. I was trying to stay at work. I don't want to be sick. Let me pop this Alka-Seltzer real quick. Swolled up, so wow. I drove myself to Kaiser, and they said if you were here 5 minutes later, you would have suffocated because your throat was swollen up.
Wow.
And so now, fuck Alka-Seltzer. I don't touch Alka-Seltzer. I don't touch aspirin, and I read everything that I put in my body.
Those pins?
No, I used to.
Okay.
I used to, but I don't like sticking myself. So
pause.
Is that a pause worthy? Is that pause worthy? I don't like. I'm gonna stick with that. I don't like sticking myself. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the mindset thing. If I know I'm allergic to this, right? Yeah. And I know I should probably have a pen with me, I don't want to stick myself. Yeah. So what does that mean I have to do? I have to be super cautious. I have to be super aware of anything I put in my body. So if someone says, "Oh, you got a headache, I'll take this." What is this? Yeah. Let me see. I keep Tylenol in the car, and I'm not autistic. Because that's what our president says. But but so I know that I can take acetaminophen. I know I can take Tylenol. Yeah. So and it helps me deal with a lot of I can tolerate pain a lot better because I know I can't take a lot of stuff. So, we say that knowledge is power, but the application of that knowledge is even more powerful. Right. So that's a mindset thing. If I could carry a pen around everywhere I go and just, take time to take whatever aspirin or whatever, and no, I don't want to do that. So you have to. I would have never known any of that if I didn't go to the doctor. I would have never known. I was completely blind. I thought I was allergic to dust. Yeah. And no, you're allergic to aspirin and ibuprofen and all that stuff. So no Motrin, no anything like that. What is it? Ibuprofen, none of that stuff. No aspirin. I don't take any of that. Yeah. I don't like pills. I don't.
So the ultimate our purpose is go get checked out.
Go get checked out.
Go checked out.
Go get checked out
at least once a year.
At least once a year.
At least once a year.
Know what you are. Know your health concerns. Get that blood work done.
Know your numbers.
Know your numbers. Yeah. Know your numbers because they'll tell you a lot. They'll tell you the doctors will tell you, "Oh, you're pre-diabetic." Yeah. We hear that a lot. Yeah. Pre-diabetic is not a death sentence. It's you need to start eating a little bit healthier. You got to start doing got to exercise a little bit more. It's part of the equation. It's not the total sum of the equation, but working out and doing those things is part of the equation. Now, I haven't been to the gym in weeks. About a month. Haven't been to the gym in a month.
So you pay for you pay for what you know. Oh, let me finish.
Okay.
You pay for what you abuse.
Okay.
Right? I've been in the gym. It's been for me about 4 months.
Okay.
Right. Not going right. That's really odd for me. I was in the gym when it first opened, so I had a smashing deal on my membership. it lapsed because I was going, but I wasn't paying for it.
Mm.
I was not going, wasn't paying for it because it was outside of mine, right?
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm about to go in. Beep. So your membership is inactive. I'm like, well, why?
Right.
Whatever, why. Now you have to re-sign up at the current rate.
Oh.
I'm like,
And that wasn't the rate that you had.
No. It's $15 more a month.
Time versus money. It wasn't $15 wasn't worth it.
At the time, I'll go tomorrow.
Right.
I'll go tomorrow. And tomorrow turn to 4 months. I'm gonna go here, but you know what? Let me go over here first, but then I'm gonna come back around. So now I'm paying $15 more a month than I was without my towel service.
Wow. Yeah, I don't need a towel. But
so you pay for what you abuse.
True.
Right? You pay for it.
True. But here's the thing. It's been 4 months since you've been to the gym. Right? Now this is my mindset. I'm about to put my mindset on display. So I spent about 30 days for me.
Okay.
So, and I've been calculating. It's been 30 days. I haven't paid my membership because I what do you call it? I paused the membership or whatever because I knew I wasn't going to be going in those 30 days because I knew my attention was going to be elsewhere, back and forth to LA. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. So my mindset has been everything that I do for the next 30 days has to involve some semblance of a workout.
Yeah.
So I park further. Instead of taking the elevator, I take stairs.
Right.
If I am in LA and I'm working in my mom's house, trying to get it renovated, I'm actually in there helping out, doing stuff, moving stuff, throwing stuff away. So a workout doesn't have to be in the gym. I just choose the gym because it's easier. Everything is there, So, but I'm conscious of that. So everything that I'm doing, whether it's, 10 push-ups before bed, 10 push-ups in the morning, everything that I'm doing, it has to resemble or a semblance of a workout.
Yeah.
Or, so that's my mindset. So if it's been 4 months, I would ask you, how far have you been parking?
So I'm definitely walking and parking. It's just not, for me, it's not enough. So for me, being healthy and being in the gym, it affects my mindset, positive or negative, right?
Mm-hmm. So you feel if you're not in the gym, then that negatively affects your mindset?
100%.
Okay.
100%. And I can see the result of that over the past 4 months. So now, like, you know what? Why does this keep happening? Because you're not doing this. When you were doing this is how how your life was. So it's, for me, it's more like being in that routine because I know what I want my end result to be, and I want it to be this, and I have to do this, and this to get to this. I can't go. I can go here, then here, then here, then here, but it's gonna take me a lot longer to get to my result. So if I know the path, and I may adjust a little bit on the path, but if I know the path, take the path, commit to the path, and get there because you were already there. You're already there when you were in the best shape of your life physically, but that turned into the best shape of your life mentally and spiritually and financially, all that. That's what did it for you. So why not go back to that path? So that's what I figured out.
And it's worth the extra 15, yeah.
It has to be. Has to be. Right now, I have no choice because I can't. So the choice is like, you know what? I'm not paying the 15 because you know what? I'm cool. No. Yes, you are.
Go to another gym.
Another gym? What do you mean?
Go to another gym. I know the gym you're speaking on, but go to another gym with cheaper rates.
Well, even that gym has a cheaper rate, but all the amenities, I like that. Okay. I like the sauna, the cold plunge, the massage chairs. I like that. So if it was something that I couldn't control, if it was their fault and they did me injustice or disservice, then I would leave. But it was totally me. Oh, yeah. I dropped the ball. Right. So in order for me to get back to where I want to be, now I got to pay extra because I want to continue experiencing what I experienced. Right. So I'm just going to pay it. no more towel service because I'm not doing that.
Right.
But
Right.
but I'm keeping the membership because now I have the ability to go back in and experience it, and because we travel,
Mm-hmm.
the basic membership is just one gym. Right, I can't go to multiple. Like if I'm here or LA or wherever I am in
Right.
San Fran, I want to be able to go to the different gyms.
Right.
So I want to keep that experience and all that many. So you know what? You caused it, you pay for it, right?
And that's self accountability
Right.
first off, and then if it's whether it's $15 or the same rate, it provides a certain value that is invaluable
Right.
to you.
Right.
So yeah, automatically. So it makes sense for you to, and that's why I asked, like, just go to another gym.
Yeah.
But no, you list the amenities that it has, the services that it has, and how that makes you feel. Then yeah, you're holding yourself. It wasn't anybody else's fault.
Yeah.
That was all me. Self accountability, holding yourself responsible and accountable for, overlapping.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that we have to do is we have to be honest that when we're holding that mirror up to our face, like, this is all me. This is I fucked this up. This is, it ain't nobody else's fault but mine. So if I have to pay the average rate or the regular rate, then that's what I'm going to do because it's invaluable to me.
Yeah.
So
you mentioned invaluable, and it reminds me of two things. Back in the day, when I was building my business, I had a mentor that I was talking to. My van broke down, and like that was a van that I used to get my kids around to school, to work. It broke down, and the van was worth at the time maybe $700, the value of it, because it was an old van, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get it fixed was $1,000. So it cost more to get it fixed than it was worth. I'm like, man. So I'm talking to him. It's like, and after that, made me understand a verse in Jay-Z's album on the song, and I'll get to that. And he says, yeah, the van is worth $700. It costs you $1,000 to get it fixed, but what's the value of it if you get it fixed?
Right.
What does that do for your life, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Because I couldn't go get another car,
Right.
I couldn't. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna cost you more, but you have the ability to get to work, get your kids to school, blah blah blah, live life. So the value of getting it fixed is worth much more,
Right.
Than
$1,000.
Than $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then that makes the van worth much more. So I'm like, now I understand why Jay-Z said, you guys know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing, right? It's like everything is calculated off cost, but what's the value that's bringing to you? Right? So even though that van would have cost me more money to get fixed than it's worth, but the value of it was worth like $5,000, $10,000, because now I can continue life.
Absolutely. And that's looking further than the tip of your nose. You know, that's taking one step further.
Can I see my nose? Close one eye, I can see it.
Can you see your nose? You can't.
You close one eye.
Yeah, you can see it, yeah. But if you open both eyes,
Can't see it. I can't see my nose.
But that's like, okay, it's gonna cost me $1,000. It's worth this. Nah, I'll just put that $1,000 into something else, and now you don't know what issues that else has.
Yeah. Or I'm on the bus now, or I'm calling Uber. It's gonna cost you way more, right?
Cost you
my
way
kids will miss
more.
school, be late for school. I can't buy groceries. I can't get to work. So like it's like, okay,
If they miss school, then that hinders their education.
Right.
That hinders their graduation. That hinders everything in life. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's the value of it we got to start looking at the value way more than what it costs us to. And honestly, that comes with wisdom.
right,
That comes with wisdom. So, and all ties back to our health. The longer we're here on this planet, the wiser decisions we should be making.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important for us to be here as long as we can, to create that legacy for our family and to be there, to actually be that patriarch of our family, and more importantly, to share our wisdom and our knowledge, because I don't want to be a gatekeeper of information. I want to be able to share everything that I have so that when my time is done, I have given everything that I possibly can to my family, to outside of my family, and I have nothing else to give. So now I'm going to rest.
Right.
You know, so that's how I look at that.
Yeah. So it may cost you a few extra hours a year to go to the doctor, but what's the value of that?
What's the value? Once you look at the value,
right?
Yeah, I don't, and that's what I do now. I look at the value.
Yeah,
I don't worry about it's my only day off. Right. I want to be able to just lounge and do what? That's the thing I do now. Lounge and do what?
Yeah,
nothing.
Like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Inside joke, yo. Inside joke. Yeah, you made me go to my high voice. I was hilarious. Like, AM? That's crazy. Yeah. Knowing I'm in full mode by 9 a.m. I'm rocking and rolling, but you know, I just need to. Just health is wealth, and wealth is our legacy that we're gonna leave behind. And more importantly, we didn't talk about this, but I'm gonna say it. Our kids are watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Our kids are watching us. Yeah. So if our kids see that health is important to us, it'll be healthy. It'll be important for them. So
that right there is huge for me right now.
Yep.
Like my kids are watching me, so I have to, like in every aspect of life, they're watching. You know, you can speak and speak and speak and speak, but they're going to go based off what they see, not what they hear.
The age of do as I say, not as I do is over.
It's over.
We're too saturated with information right now. Yeah. So your kids are watching, and I would just say, I would ask a rhetorical question: what are your kids watching?
Yeah, everything.
You know, but even in the house, I'm not even talking about on their phones.
No,
I'm like, what are your kids watching?
Yeah,
and that is, I think that's what I'm leaving. That's what I'm leaving with.
All right.
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks for watching the podcast. As always, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving us your ears for the past whatever time. But share the podcast. Share the podcast. We want to get this word out. Comment, ask questions, because we base episodes off what we hear from you guys and all the feedback we get.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you guys next episode. Peace. Have a good week.